Hey guys, Asher coming at you today in Raid Shadow Legends with another champion guide, this time on Wight King Narciss. Wight King Narciss is the husband, the companion champion of Wight Queen Ankora, who is the previous fragment summon inside the game. Now these champions were just added to the game, so I have no champion guide requests on them because at the time of this recording, you guys have no requests in. So going a little unorthodox at the beginning of today's video. I did a video, I just released it a day or two ago on my Raid Shadow Legends YouTube channel, highlighting both of these champions together. Today, I want to talk a little bit more about them. I've obviously been playing them for a few more days as well, and I really think, I said it in that video, I think this guy is just one of the best nukers out there, specifically in PvP. So today, expect more PvP action. Just going to mess around a little bit inside the arena. But most importantly, I want to share the build here with you guys. Go over his multipliers, talk about this champion, more independently of just him and the queen. Anyway, he's a Void Legendary Knights Revenant champion, HP based. He's got 24k base HP, 1277 on the defense, and 101 on the speed. Pretty solid base stats. On his A1, Corruption Scepter attacks one enemy, has a 50% chance of randomly increasing the cooldown of one of the target skills by 2 turns. Very good A1 ability. It cannot be resisted if Wight Queen is on the same team, which is a nice little addition to this lockout. These two champions get a lot better when they're on the same team, but they're both very good individually as well. Attacks all enemies, will ignore 25% of the target's defense, places an extra hit on targets under shield or strengthen. Shield and strengthen are everywhere in this game, right? So ignoring 25% of defense on a 3-turn cooldown, damage inflicted by the skill cannot be decreased by enemy passive skills or masteries, so like a Duchess or a Pythion will not decrease this. Moreover, any of the defensive masteries as well, except by the passive skills of bosses. But on the other side, he cannot get benefits from his masteries or passive skills on this ability as well. So it's a little bit of a bummer. We can't take full advantage of Helm Smasher, for example, on this ability, but we can take advantage of it on the A3, and artifacts will still benefit this skill. So he can still get 50% ignore defense off of this ability, or 55 when you put on a cruel set in a savage or lethal set on him. On the A3, attacks one enemy 2 times, increase the damage inflicted with this skill by 10% for each buff on the target, up to 50%, and an additional 10% for each buff on this champion. So if he has 5 buffs, if they have 5 buffs, well, we get 100% extra damage, right? Or somewhere in between, more likely. If this attack kills a target under 3 or more buffs, we get a block revive on them. If the Wight Queen is on the same team, you get an extra turn as well. All of this is on a 4-turn cooldown. His passive, Mantle of Undeath. This champion received 50% less damage when attacked by enemies, including bosses and minions out of their active turn. So as a part of ally attack comps, as a counterattack, or vis-a-vis masteries or revenge. If Wight Queen is on the same team, this champion will receive no damage when attacked by enemies out of their active turn. That's incredibly strong. This effect does not apply to bosses and their minions. This champion's skills will ignore shield and strengthen buffs. So everything he's got ignores shield and strengthen. So strong. Strengthen is 25% damage mitigation, not against the Wight King. Shields, if they got a big beefy shield, big beefy bolster, not only are we doing a double hit on the A2, but we're also completely ignoring it, okay? So this is what really puts this champion over the top to make him such an unbelievably nuker, especially against tanky teams. Increases HP in all battles by 33% on his aura. We didn't even talk about his aesthetics. Looks pretty cool. I don't know about you guys, but I love... I say this every freaking Knights Revenant video, but I love the aesthetics on Knight Revenant champions in general. You can see the reviews are very high on this champion, as they should be, frankly. Let's take a quick look before we take a look at the build at his multipliers. Hellhades.com, they give him a 4. Dude, I'm so higher than a 4 on this guy. I think he's just one of the... He's not Taurus, but he's the next best thing. Right? In terms of damage, sheer damage from a tanky champion, right? They give him a 5 out of 5 in the arena. I guess, you know what? You could understand the 4 ranking just because he is rather one-dimensional, right? He can do some damage in Hydra. He can do some damage in Spider. He can do some damage anywhere, and he's easy to keep alive. So even though he doesn't score well in like Ice Golem Hard, he's still going to be great in Ice Golem Hard, just doing damage and staying alive, right? Ice Golem Normal, right? Areas like that. Again, Doom Tower, kind of the same thing, right? So he has a 0.24 on his A1, a 0.28 on his AoE on his A2. That's really good. It's not quite as strong as Eric's A2, but keep in mind we have 25% ignore defense, and we have the extra hit, and we have ignore strengthen, and we have ignore shield, okay, from the passive. We have a 0.2 HP plus all of this stuff, basically the number of active buffs as a multiplier on the A3 ability. All right, let's go ahead and show you. And I got to be real with you guys. When I initially pulled him, I was like, he's all right. He seems all right. He seems okay. You're like pretty good. But now that I have him, oh my God, he is he's better than advertised. All right, so here he is right here. I put him in lethal and in cruel. This would be the #1 set combo for this champion. Even though he's an HP based champion, he does not benefit from the 15% attack. It's still the best 2-piece set to ignore an additional 5% of enemy defense. We get another 25 off of the lethal plus the crit rate as well. Total stats on him are going to be 82k. 214 on the speed, 107, 286 on the crit damage, and that's about it. He does need accuracy. He's at 225, a little low here. If you're not playing him with the queen, he needs accuracy to land the decreased cooldown. We forgot about that on the A1. Another great addition to an amazing kit. We have, in terms of gear, HP on the banner, we have crit damage on the amulet, we have HP obviously on the ring. HP, crit rate, crit damage. Those are our priorities when building this champion. We have speed on the boots, we have HP percentage on the chest, and we have crit damage on the gauntlets. All right, we'll go to the blessings. I don't have any awakening on him right now, but he's on my 8x chance, so hopefully we do get one. I would probably run him in polymorph if you have him built with accuracy. If not, I would run him in Soul Reap, okay? In terms of masteries on this dude, again, we already talked about the A2 not benefiting from masteries, so take that into consideration. That being said, I'm still building him in a NUKER mastery build, so there they are. I went Ruthless Ambush, Cycle of Violence, Bring It Down, went down, picked up Helm Smasher as my tier 6. I still think, again, this is the way to go. Notably, also, I picked up Retribution and Deterrence for chances at counterattacking, because as we're counterattacking, we also have a 50% chance of putting the skills on cooldown, right? The lockout on that A1, very, very nice. All right, let's go ahead and try him out in battle, guys. If you want to see some live arena with this dude, I have it open in 3 minutes and 54 seconds, but unfortunately, in 3 minutes and 54 seconds, I had to pick up my son from school. So you're not going to see any of that stuff today. However, I do have a king and queen team. This is actually the team that I'm using in my main tag team arena team right now. It's not the perfect team. Ideally, we'd have an increase defense champion here on Harima, or for Harima as well. Let me make myself a little bit smaller, but just to give you an idea of what these guys can do, right? So, White Queen, she has a cleanse and a shield and a strengthen on the same team and a turn meter fill. I'm going to go ahead and use that. And then we'll go ahead and we'll attack Foley here. And then Harima, don't steal the show. Don't steal the show, Harima. All right, it is Monday at the time of this recording, so I apologize. It's arena reset day. We were in platinum, but we fell out a little bit. Let's go against some more tankier teams here. And that ought to be, this is much better. Okay, we might have to get Harima out of there too, because she might steal all the all the damage here. Let's see. All right, so at least they have a lot of buffs. Unfortunately, we're provoked, but guess what? We have a cleanse on White Queen. And again, if you want to see these, and I'm not going to even take away the buffs. I'm going to go in and sheep on UDK instead. And then we will A2 Harima. We don't kill her, so finally we get to see him in action. Here he goes, guys. Get ready. Look at all those buffs. Now, they don't have they don't have shield or strengthen. So we're going to get one hit here. One hit still is good enough to kill everybody, right? That's how good he is. He's very he's subtle with his nuke too, right? He's not blowing the rocks off anybody. He's not going nuts. You know what? I'm going to take Harima out of this squad for a moment here. We can just do it with 3. We can just do it with 3, right? Hey, get out of there. What happened? How did Duchess sneak in there? All right, here we go. I really like this guy. You guys let me know how you feel about it. We're going to go in here. We're going to buff up our team. We're going to go and we're going to try to, okay. Let's go in with the, again, why are these teams not in bolster, right? I feel like every team I fight is bolster, but look at that, man. Some big boy damage, even without the double hit, right? Taking down Mithrala like it's absolutely nothing. Okay, I was going to revive. I'm like, who's dead? Oh, yeah, we don't have anybody. There we go. Sun Wukong in the A3. We can go A2. Let's go ahead and try to take down, boom, and the extra turn. Now let's stop her from healing. Unfortunately, she is going to heal. We did not get the 50% proc on the put skills on cooldown. What a bummer. I keep thinking somebody's dead on the team. I'm like, okay, time to revive. Oh, there's no one to revive. Okay, I got you. Now that you'll see there, right? Like Sun Wukong comes in. This time they're under shield, so 2 hits, they're going to be dead. I mean, 2 hits, they don't stand a chance, right? Let's go against. I want to try to find like a better team here. This team looks like exactly the team that we face almost, but hopefully they'll have a bolster set, because I feel like every team has a bolster set nowadays, except for these teams, oddly enough, right? But it's so nice to go into a yikes, I don't know. Let's get the Sunwoo on Sunwoo here. Let's just go in with the A2 again. I'd love to save that A2 till I can get a double hit if they do have a shield champion on the team. So maybe I should have came in with the A3 there, because now we can get a double hit with a shield right there. So that's kind of a bummer, but something to note. Just because of how much damage he does, it's just nasty. It's nasty. All right, I'm going to keep it on auto here, and we can just watch him together. But I said it in my my video on my channel, my main channel, guys, when talking about these champions. And again, there's a lot more content there. I see him being absolute. Look at that. Look at that. I see him being absolute endgame. Like, there's no doubt about it. As people start getting blessings on this dude, awakening this guy, empowering this guy, if you're an uber whale, yeah, he's going to be endgame arena. There's no doubt in my mind. No doubt. So there he goes, getting the job done. Unfortunately, like I said, I do have to run, but we'll let him do one more battle here, right? What do you say? What do you say? And again, you know, the numbers that you're seeing here, they're very standard with what you're going to be seeing in wave content as well, right? He's not going to be the best wave champion in the game, you know, like having a champion like a boom. Look at that. Look at that. Having a champion like a seer, right, for example, is going to be beneficial, right? And I think we're still going to win this one. Let's see. Let's see. Oh, we do have a petrified. Okay, she comes in there. I really like the queen too, by the way, if any of you guys have her. She's got a really cool revive, but she has, oh, look at that. Boom. Boom. She's got a really cool revive. I really like her kit. I think it's really solid, right? She has this thing where she takes CC debuffs away from everybody else, puts them on herself, and then she can cleanse them off of herself too. Really cool champ. You guys, let me know what you think of both of these, or both these champions, specifically the king. I think he's a boss. Hopefully this video helped you guys out. And hey, let me know in the comments if you want longer videos in the future, if you prefer them short and to the point, just kind of seeing where the champion's best utilized. Please let me know in the comments. I really appreciate your feedback here, because we do have quite a few videos that go really long, like a half an hour plus, and then some that are kind of short like today's too. So guys, thank you for watching. And as always, take care, guys.